Are you constantly scratching your scalp, your back, or even your feet? Have you noticed these annoying itches seem to come out of nowhere, and they just won't go away? Well, what if I told you that these persistent itches could be more than just dry skin or an aging nuisance? They might be your body's way of sending you a warning signal about something much more serious. In today's video, we're diving deep into 8 specific itchy areas on your body that could be trying to tell you something about your health. Something that could affect your life in ways you might not even realize. Ignoring these signs could mean missing early indicators of issues like heart disease, diabetes, or even liver and kidney problems. But here's the good news. I'm going to walk you through these itchy spots, explain what they might mean, and most importantly, share what you can do about it. You'll learn how something as simple as an itchy back or hands could be linked to poor circulation or nerve damage, and how taking action now can help you avoid more serious health issues later. Stay tuned until the end because the information we'll cover today could change the way you look at your body's signals, and it could even help you live a longer, healthier life. Don't wait until it's too late. This is the practical advice every senior should know to stay strong, independent, and feel their best every day. So, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get started on understanding the crucial health messages your body is trying to send you. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Scalp itch. Let's take a moment to talk about something that might be quietly bothering you, even though it seems like a small, harmless issue. Scalp itch. It's one of those things that tends to creep up on you, almost as if it sneaks up when you're least expecting it. If you're anything like me, you may have noticed that as the years go by, your scalp gets itchier and itchier. At first, you might brush it off as a result of dry weather, a new shampoo that just doesn't agree with your skin, or maybe even just one of those annoying little inconveniences that seem to come with age. Feels like just another thing you have to accept, right? But what if I told you that the persistent itchiness you've been ignoring could be a lot more significant than you think? What if that little annoyance is your scalp trying to tell you something more profound about your overall health? The truth is, your scalp is more than just skin and hair. It can be a hidden reflection of what's going on inside your body. For many of us, especially as we age, it's easy to write off scalp itchiness as nothing more than the natural signs of dryness or aging skin. But I implore you to think twice before dismissing it because sometimes the body speaks to us in ways we can't fully understand, and this could be one of those times. Several potential causes can lead to this uncomfortable feeling, some of which are more serious than we may initially think. Conditions like seborrheic dermatitis or psoriasis can cause your scalp to become red, flaky, and unbearably itchy. It's not just an inconvenience. It can be an uncomfortable, even painful, experience that affects your confidence and your day-to-day comfort. Psoriasis, in particular, is linked to autoimmune issues and, if left unchecked, could potentially lead to more serious problems like heart disease or diabetes. It's easy to dismiss scalp itch as no big deal, but these conditions can be your body's subtle warning sign that something deeper is happening. But that's not all. Chronic stress is another major trigger for scalp itch, and I think we all know how much stress tends to build up as we navigate life, especially as we get older. The pressures of work, relationships, or even just the quiet burdens of aging can take a toll on your mental health, and believe it or not, it can show up on your scalp. And here's where it gets even more concerning. Neurological disorders like Parkinson's disease can sometimes first present through scalp issues well before other symptoms become obvious. This just reinforces how interconnected everything is within our bodies and how something as seemingly trivial as scalp itch could be trying to alert you to something more serious. So, if your scalp itch is persistent, don't just push it aside. I know it can be easy to ignore these little warning signs, but the truth is, your body is trying to communicate with you. It deserves your attention, and so do you. If the itching doesn't subside, please take the time to see your doctor. It may be nothing, or it may be something that requires a little more care. But either way, it's better to be safe than sorry. Listen to your body, and take that step towards understanding what's going on inside. 2. Back itch. Let's take a moment to focus on something that, at first, may seem like a minor annoyance but could be a signal from your body. An itchy back. If you've ever found yourself desperately trying to scratch that one spot on your back that feels like it's impossible to reach, you know how incredibly frustrating it can be. You twist and turn, trying every angle, but no matter what you do, it just won't go away. That feeling of helplessness and irritation, like your skin is constantly begging for relief, is not something to ignore. But here's something that many of us fail to realize. That persistent itch on your back, especially when it's more than just an occasional inconvenience, can be much more than a simple irritation. It could be a warning sign that something deeper is going on inside. Most people don't stop to think that something like an itchy back could be tied to something more serious. But it could be. A persistent chronic itch might be a symptom of xerosis, a condition where your skin becomes thin, dry, and cracked, leaving you with that uncomfortable, irritating sensation. This is especially common as we get older, but don't just brush it off as part of aging. If it's localized to just one area or side of your back, and especially if it feels like a burning sensation, it could be signaling something much more concerning: nerve-related issues. Neuropathy, often linked to conditions like diabetes, can cause that type of sensation. It's your body trying to tell you that something isn't right, that the nerves are being affected. And as unsettling as it may sound, an itchy back could also be a sign of liver or kidney disease. Those two organs play a crucial role in detoxifying your body, and if they are struggling, you might notice it in the form of skin problems, including that irritating itch. If your back itch is accompanied by other concerning symptoms like unexplained fatigue, sudden weight loss, or changes in the color of your skin, it's even more critical to pay attention. Don't brush these signs off as just aging or nothing to worry about. Listen to your body. It's speaking to you. These could be your body's subtle cries for help. Taking time to check in with your doctor could make all the difference in getting ahead of a serious health issue before it escalates. It's easy to dismiss something like an itchy back, thinking it's just a minor annoyance. But when it lingers, when it becomes part of your daily experience, it's important to stop and listen. Your body is trying to tell you something. Don't ignore it. Take it seriously. Your health is very important. 3. Arm itch. As we get older, it's not uncommon to experience some strange, irritating sensations in our bodies, and one that many of us deal with is itchy arms. At first, it might seem like a minor nuisance, a simple discomfort we brush off and try to ignore. But if you've noticed your arms becoming more sensitive over the years, it's worth paying closer attention to what your body is telling you. You might find that your skin feels unusually dry, irritated, or even slightly inflamed, making that itch all the more persistent and frustrating. It's easy to think it's just a side effect of aging, but itchy arms can sometimes be more than that. It could be a sign of eczema or an allergic reaction to something as seemingly innocent as a new laundry detergent, soap, or moisturizer. Our skin, as we age, loses some of its protective qualities and becomes more vulnerable to external irritants. What once felt perfectly fine on our skin might now trigger an unexpected reaction, leaving us scratching and uncomfortable. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But there's another possibility that many people overlook. Itchy arms can also be a symptom of kidney disease. This might sound a bit alarming, but if you've noticed other unusual symptoms, like swelling in your hands or feet, or if your bathroom habits have changed significantly, perhaps more frequent or less frequent urination, it could be a sign that your kidneys need some attention. The connection between skin issues and kidney health might not be immediately obvious, but your body often sends subtle, interconnected signals when something's not quite right. I believe it's so important to listen to those signals, even when they seem trivial at first, because our health is something we should never take for granted. When it comes to our bodies, nothing should ever be ignored, no matter how small it may seem. Sometimes, a simple itch could be telling us something that requires immediate attention. Trust me when I say that the longer you let these things go unchecked, the harder it can be to address them down the road. Pay attention to the changes your body is going through, no matter how insignificant they might seem. Your health and well-being matter more than anything, and it's worth it to act sooner rather than later when it comes to something as important as your kidneys. 4. Leg itch. As we grow older, our bodies naturally undergo numerous changes, some subtle and others more noticeable. Among these changes, one that should never be overlooked is persistent itching in the legs. While it may seem like a simple irritation, ongoing itchiness, especially in the lower extremities, can be a warning sign of a much more serious issue. For many, this sensation may be linked to poor circulation, which becomes more common as we age. When circulation is impaired, the blood doesn't flow as efficiently throughout the body, especially to the legs and feet. This can lead to a variety of symptoms, including a persistent, nagging itch, along with tingling, numbness, and even a feeling of heaviness in the legs. These are often the first signs that blood is struggling to reach the extremities, and it's essential to pay close attention to them. What makes this even more concerning is the fact that poor circulation can increase the risk of much more dangerous conditions. If circulation isn't addressed, it can create the perfect conditions for blood clots to form, which could potentially lead to life-threatening issues like heart disease or stroke. The thought of this can be frightening, and it's important not to wait until it's too late to address it. Circulation problems can often be treated with lifestyle changes, medication, or physical therapy, so seeking medical attention as soon as possible can make a world of difference. After all, your health is the most important thing, and you deserve to feel your best as you age. Another layer to this concern is the impact of diabetes on circulation. High blood sugar, which is a hallmark of diabetes, can damage the nerves throughout the body, especially in the legs and feet. This nerve damage, known as diabetic neuropathy, often manifests as discomfort in the form of itching, tingling, burning sensations, and, eventually, numbness. Imagine what it must feel like to have your legs constantly feel like they are on fire or be so numb that you can't even feel the ground beneath you. It's not just uncomfortable, it's debilitating, and it can interfere with every aspect of your life. If you are living with diabetes, it's especially important to be mindful of these symptoms, as diabetic neuropathy can worsen over time if left untreated. But even if you don't have diabetes, it's crucial to understand that persistent itching or any other unusual sensations in the legs are not something to dismiss lightly. It's easy to brush off these symptoms as a sign of aging or just a minor nuisance, but they could be a clue that something more significant is going on beneath the surface. So, if you notice these symptoms in yourself or a loved one, it's vital to reach out to a healthcare provider. A doctor can conduct tests to determine whether poor circulation, nerve damage, or another underlying condition is the cause. The sooner you catch it, the better the chances of managing it effectively and improving your quality of life. In the end, our legs are not just limbs that help us walk, they are vital to our overall health and well-being. The feeling of freedom that comes with being able to move around without discomfort or fear of pain is something that we shouldn't take for granted. If you're experiencing persistent itching, numbness, or tingling, don't ignore it. Listen to your body and take action. The peace of mind you gain by addressing these issues early will pay off in the long run, helping you lead a healthier, more active life. Remember, your health is in your hands, and you deserve to feel vibrant and strong at any age. 5. Foot itch. Our feet are truly unsung heroes in our daily lives. They support us through every step, bearing the weight of our bodies as we go about our routines. Yet, we often overlook their care until something goes wrong. Persistent foot itch, while seemingly minor, can sometimes be a cry for help from our bodies, indicating an underlying health issue that needs attention. For seniors, the risk is even higher. Fungal infections, such as athlete's foot, thrive in warm, damp environments and can develop when we wear socks and shoes for prolonged periods. It might seem like just an uncomfortable nuisance, but those relentless itches could be a sign that something deeper is at play. It's more than just annoying. It's a signal that your body is trying to get your attention, urging you to take notice of the things you might otherwise ignore. But not all itchy feet are the result of external factors like fungal infections. If you have diabetes, persistent itching could be much more serious. It could be a sign of nerve damage. High blood sugar levels over time can wreak havoc on the nerves in your feet, leading to diabetic neuropathy, a painful and potentially debilitating condition that affects so many older adults. It's easy to dismiss a small itch here and there, but if left unchecked, it could escalate into something far more serious, affecting your quality of life in ways you may not even realize. Furthermore, itchy feet could be signaling problems with your liver or kidneys. These vital organs play such a crucial role in your body's overall function, and when they are struggling, your feet might be one of the first places to show it. If you're experiencing other symptoms like fatigue, swelling, or changes in skin color, please don't wait. Those signs aren't just coincidental. They're your body's way of communicating something far more serious. Your health deserves attention and care, so don't hesitate to see a doctor and get checked out. Your feet, which carry you through every step of life, deserve that kind of care, too. 6. Hand itch. Let's take a moment to focus on something we often overlook: our hands. When your hands begin to itch persistently, especially as you lay down for the night, it can be more than just a minor nuisance. It might be your body trying to communicate something more profound. If this discomfort lingers or becomes more intense, don't ignore it. It could signal a deeper, more serious underlying condition that needs attention. One of the most concerning possibilities is liver disease. Our liver plays such a vital role in detoxifying our body, but when it becomes overwhelmed or diseased, it can't do its job properly. This can cause harmful toxins to accumulate in the bloodstream, and unfortunately, one of the outward signs of this imbalance is itching, particularly in the hands and feet. It's not just an itch, it's a cry for help from your body, urging you to take action before the situation escalates further. Another possible cause is carpal tunnel syndrome, which is especially common among those of us who have spent years doing repetitive tasks with our hands. Think about all the hours we've spent typing, knitting, or even just carrying heavy loads. We often push our bodies to the limit without even realizing the long-term impact. As we age, those repetitive motions can take their toll, leading to carpal tunnel syndrome, which can cause not just itching but numbness and tingling in the hands. It's a painful reminder that we can't always push our bodies without consequence. Diabetes-related neuropathy is another culprit that often goes unnoticed. For those of us living with diabetes, the high blood sugar levels over time can start damaging the nerves in our hands, causing persistent itching, burning, and discomfort. It's not just an inconvenience. It's a sign of nerve damage that can affect not just the sensation in your hands but your overall quality of life. This constant itching, this unrelenting sensation, should never be ignored. It's more than just a fleeting irritation. It's an emotional burden, one that might make you feel frustrated, helpless, or anxious. You deserve better than to constantly feel this way, and that's why it's so crucial to listen to your body when it speaks. If the itching in your hands persists, don't just brush it off. Seek help. Your health, your peace of mind, and your well-being are worth fighting for. 7. Abdomen itch. The abdomen, an area that many of us tend to overlook when we think about our health, can reveal a lot about what's going on inside your body. It's one of those places where small, seemingly insignificant symptoms can be a red flag for something more serious. Persistent itching in your abdomen, for instance, might seem like a minor annoyance at first, something that comes and goes with a little dryness, but it's important not to dismiss it. If you've been dealing with dry, itchy skin around your stomach and have noticed darkened patches or velvety folds of skin, you could be dealing with a condition known as acanthosis nigricans. This condition is often linked to high blood sugar levels, which can be a sign of insulin resistance or, in more severe cases, diabetes. This is where things can start to get concerning. Acanthosis nigricans doesn't just affect the skin's appearance. It's often a wake-up call from your body, telling you that your blood sugar levels are out of balance and that your body may be struggling to regulate insulin. The darker, velvety patches of skin you might notice are more than just a cosmetic issue. They can indicate that your body is experiencing increased insulin resistance. If this is happening, it could lead to serious health complications down the line, including the onset of type 2 diabetes. But the abdominal itching could also signal something even deeper. If you've been experiencing this kind of discomfort in conjunction with other symptoms like unexplained fatigue, excessive thirst, or frequent urination, these could all be signs that your blood sugar is too high. These are things that should not be taken lightly. Now, let's not forget that abdominal itching can also be an indication of problems in your liver or kidneys, organs that play crucial roles in detoxifying and filtering your body. The liver and kidneys are vital for removing waste and toxins, and when they become overwhelmed or start to malfunction, the effects can be felt all over your body. So, if you've noticed persistent itching on your abdomen and also feel chronically tired, experience swelling in your legs or abdomen, or notice a yellowing of your skin or eyes, this could point to liver or kidney disease. It's easy to dismiss fatigue as a side effect of a busy lifestyle or stress, but when it becomes persistent, it's your body's way of telling you something isn't quite right. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The symptoms related to liver and kidney dysfunction are often subtle at first, creeping in over time, which is why many people fail to notice them until the situation has become quite serious. Swelling, for example, might start as mild puffiness in your ankles and gradually worsen, leading to more visible signs in other areas of the body. Similarly, yellowing skin or the whites of your eyes, called jaundice, may develop gradually, and because it's not something we typically notice in ourselves every day, it can go unnoticed until it reaches a critical point. This is where it's so important to listen to your body's signals and not ignore them. If you're experiencing persistent abdominal itching along with fatigue, swelling, or any signs of jaundice, don't wait for these symptoms to go away on their own. These could be symptoms of liver or kidney disease, and the earlier you catch it, the better chance you have for effective treatment. Liver and kidney diseases often don't cause noticeable symptoms until the damage has become extensive, so regular checkups are crucial to catch them early. In our busy lives, it's so easy to push these concerns aside. We might think that fatigue is just part of aging or stress from work, and we convince ourselves that an itch is nothing more than dry skin. But the truth is that your body is trying to communicate with you. It's giving you these signs for a reason, and ignoring them could have lasting consequences. The good news is that by addressing these symptoms early, you can take control of your health. Please take the time to have your blood sugar levels checked and, if necessary, get your liver and kidney function evaluated. After all, your health is the foundation of everything else in life, and making these proactive decisions today could save you from far greater struggles tomorrow. 8. Groin itch. As we age, it's not just our energy levels or our hairline that changes. Our bodies go through many physical transformations, some of which can bring about discomfort in places we may not always think to check. One of those areas that often gets overlooked yet can be a source of significant irritation is the groin. Yes, the groin itch, a topic that may feel a bit uncomfortable to discuss, but it's essential to address, especially as we grow older. It's more common than you might think, and it's important to understand what could be causing it so that we don't just chalk it up to something trivial. For many of us, as we age, our immune systems naturally weaken. This can leave us more vulnerable to infections and irritations that we may have never had to worry about before. Fungal infections, such as jock itch, are an all-too-common culprit when it comes to groin itch. The constant irritation, the relentless itching, the redness, and sometimes even the peeling of skin can cause a great deal of discomfort and frustration. The ring-shaped rash that often accompanies jock itch can be particularly alarming, not to mention difficult to ignore. It might feel embarrassing or even frustrating to deal with, especially if the itching never seems to stop, but it's a sign that your body might be battling an infection that needs attention. It's crucial not to let these symptoms go untreated, as fungal overgrowth like this can spread or worsen, making it all the more difficult to find relief later. But jock itch isn't the only thing that can cause groin irritation. As our circulatory system becomes less efficient with age, poor circulation and venous insufficiency can come into play. This is when blood struggles to flow properly through the veins, often leading to blood pooling in certain areas. For the groin, this can result in reddish or brownish patches on the skin, indicators that the veins aren't working as they should. You may also notice other signs like swelling or a feeling of heaviness in the area, making it hard to ignore. The discomfort caused by poor circulation can be incredibly frustrating, as it doesn't just affect the skin but can lead to deeper issues like varicose veins or, in more serious cases, blood clots. The swelling and discomfort can sometimes be so intense that it impacts your daily life, whether it's difficulty sitting, walking, or even lying down. It's easy to brush this off as just part of getting older, but the truth is that circulation issues can be managed with the right treatment, and the longer you wait, the worse they can get. For those of us managing diabetes, the risk of developing skin infections and persistent irritations becomes even more pronounced. High blood sugar can impair your body's ability to heal and fight off infections, leaving the skin vulnerable to a host of issues. Chronic itchiness, particularly around the groin area, is one of those problems. It's not just about the constant irritation or discomfort, it can also lead to other symptoms like slow-healing sores, excessive moisture, or the kind of skin breakdown that creates an ideal environment for further infections. This can become a vicious cycle that's not just physically uncomfortable but emotionally draining. You may find yourself itching uncontrollably, unable to find any relief, and feeling helpless as the problem persists. When you're managing a chronic condition like diabetes, every new symptom can feel overwhelming, and chronic itchiness is no exception. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, whether it's a persistent, uncontrollable itch, slow-healing sores, or an unexplained rash, it's time to pay attention. These are not just minor inconveniences that should be ignored. It's your body's way of sending you a message that something is amiss, and the sooner you address it, the sooner you'll be able to restore your comfort and well-being. The good news is that with the right care, most of these issues can be treated. You might need antifungal creams, medications to improve circulation, or adjustments to your diabetes management to help with healing. Regardless, the most important step is to not let these symptoms linger. Take the time to talk to your doctor, get a diagnosis, and take the necessary steps to heal. You deserve to feel comfortable and confident in your body, and by addressing these issues head-on, you'll be able to live with less discomfort and more peace of mind. After all, you've earned it. Your health and comfort are worth the investment of time and care. I hope today's video has shed some light on the often overlooked topic of groin itch and the various health concerns that can come with it, especially as we age. From fungal infections to circulation issues and the challenges diabetes can bring, we've covered a lot of ground. So, what have you learned today? Is there something new that you didn't know before or something that stood out to you? I'd love to hear from you. Please take a moment to comment below this video and share one thing you've learned today that you plan to bring into practice in your own life. Your insights might just help someone else who's going through the same thing. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable content. Your support means the world, and we're so glad to have you on this journey toward better health and well-being. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.